What's up, audio nerds? Welcome to the Audio Hotline, the channel where I review audio equipment for beginners, professionals, and everyone in between. Today we have a comparison of 3 different really dirt f***ing cheap dynamic microphones. During this recording, I will be using my Zoom H5 to record these microphones. All of these microphones will be set to 60% on the Zoom H5. Recently, I was on the underrated, underappreciated website known as Amazon, and I decided to check out what dynamic microphones were really cheap but customers really liked. And the ones that I came across were these 3. So I decided to purchase them and do a little comparison for you. The most that the price varies on these microphones is only $6. This microphone is in fact the most expensive, but they're all within $14 to $20. So if you need a really budget microphone, look no further. This could be the answer to your problem. Let's go ahead and start with this microphone, the Tonor Dynamic microphone. And that's literally what it's called. As far as I can see, I can't find a model number for it whatsoever. And if you want a more in-depth review of this microphone, I actually do have a full-on review of this microphone on my channel that you can go and find right now. This microphone can be found for $20 on Amazon right now, and what comes with it is just a foam windscreen and a cable that is XLR to 1/4. Alright, these next 2 have the longest names ever, so I'm just going to have to read it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to. I know that's lazy, but dude, it's a long name. This one right here in the middle there is known as the Audio 2000's ADM1064B. Yeah, I know. This microphone comes with a plastic hard carrying case, which is actually really nice, and it comes with a microphone clip that is a total piece of shit, and it comes with the XLR to 1/4 cable, which is actually, honestly, what all of these come with, and it comes with, of course, some documentation. Up next with another f***ing long name, this next mic on your right, my left, is the Tyler TM305SL. This microphone comes with a nice little pleather sleeve. There's no way in hell it's leather. And it also comes with a cable, like the other ones, XLR to 1/4. Comes with documentation, but it does not come with a mic clip. But neither did the Tonor microphone. But honestly, I would take no mic clip on these 2 compared to the piece of shit one that they gave me on this. Like, seriously, I would never trust it. They tried to make it look like the Shure mic clip, which I actually hate, to be honest with you. I f***ing hate that mic clip. But it was, like, way worse, way less sturdy, just honestly junk. But look how much I can bend that, dude. I'm nervous it's going to slap me in the face. Look at that. Who's going to use that? The Tonor microphone is a dynamic microphone with a frequency response of 80 Hz to 12 kHz. It has a supercardioid polar pattern. The Audio 2000's ADM1064B is a dynamic microphone with a supercardioid polar pattern and a frequency response of 50 Hz to 15 kHz. The Tyler TMS305SL is a dynamic microphone with a cardioid polar pattern and a frequency response of 50 Hz to 16 kHz. As far as the build quality of each of these microphones, the Tonor Dynamic is actually plastic, but it does have a nice metal grill that is tough, and the other 2 actually have a lot of weight to them, and they feel really weighty, which is nice. And it's kind of surprising, though, because the Tonor is the most expensive one of all of them, and the other ones seem to just have a little bit better build quality. This is what it sounds like when I get close to the Tonor Dynamic microphone. This is what it sounds like when I get close to the Audio 2000's microphone. This is what it sounds like when I get close to the Tyler Dynamic microphone. Right now, each of these microphones has a fan directly behind it to kind of emulate what a computer fan would sound like. It's a small fan, and I've noticed that it actually does have a very similar hum to my computer on my Mac. Also, we're going to test it with this keyboard real quick, and we're going to see how it sounds while doing plosives. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled penises. 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 If you do a lot of singing on stage, like blah, 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 then you might move the microphone around. This is what it sounds like. Here is some noise of the handling with the handles of my hands for the Audio 2000s. Here is the handling noise for the Tyler microphone. You know, I'm considering implementing the Taking Back Sunday mic swing into these tests, but it's going to happen, honestly. It'll happen. It will. I got one more test that I want to do. I wanted to put a tried and true microphone in against these just to give you a sound comparison, and maybe you can see the difference in quality compared to price. Maybe you've already caught on to it. Who knows? But this isn't the Tyler microphone anymore. This is the tried and true, once again I'll say it, tried and true, Shure SM58. I know, it looks identical, right? It's almost like they were ripping it off, right? They f***ing were. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and forth between each microphone versus the SM58, just to give you a quick idea of what the sound difference is between this $100 microphone that is seen in every studio, seen on every stage, versus these, you know, much less expensive dynamic microphones. Let's give it a shot. This is a sound test for the SM58. This is a sound test for the Tonor Dynamic microphone. This is a sound test for the SM58. This is a sound test for the Audio 2000's dynamic microphone. This is a sound test for the SM58. I bet you're getting f***ing sick of me saying that. This is a sound test for the Tyler Dynamic microphone. Now I'm going to get into my review of these microphones. I'll kind of go through some of the pros and cons of what I thought of them, and we'll just kind of go from there. On this channel, I've started doing grades for each microphone or each audio product that I try out. So I'm going to give them a letter grade, but when I do this, I want to give you a disclaimer. It's not just sound quality. I'm putting into price, I'm putting into accessories, everything. I'm putting everything into consideration. For instance, if I were to give the SM57 an A, which I would, and then I decided to give one of these an A, it doesn't mean that I think that these microphones are as good as the SM57. It just means that for this price category, I think that they are an A, or I think that they are a C, given the price, given everything, not just overall, because that would be completely unfair. Obviously, all of these would be Fs compared to Neumann's. Overall, I did think that these microphones were pretty good for their price category. I thought that they did okay. Do I think that they have a professional sound? No. But I do think that with some processing, you could pull off, you know, like getting better audio for your YouTube channel or doing a podcast, you know. Obviously not a high-level audio podcast, but, I mean, you can definitely record your voice with one of these. Coming in third place, known as last place when there are 3 microphones up against each other. And this goes to the Tyler microphone. Personally, the Tyler microphone was my least favorite. It just wasn't flattering. It just kind of sounded like a telephone more than, you know, like a full-ranged dynamic microphone. But overall, for $15, I would give this microphone a C+. For $15, it is kind of hard to judge the microphone because you shouldn't expect much. But into that $15, you have to consider, is this microphone worth buying at all? I mean, for a C+, you can kind of see where I stand. It's like, if you need something and you need to record your voice, you have $15, yeah, go for it. But in second place, it is the Audio 2000's, which is actually $1 cheaper than the Tyler microphone. And I would give this microphone a B. So in my opinion, if you've got $15 in your pocket, don't waste it on the Tyler. Go for the Audio 2000's. I think that it's better. Yeah, it comes with a really shitty mic clip, but honestly, the mic case that it comes with is actually really cool. I thought that the sound on this was pretty good. It wasn't super flat or anything, but there were times that I thought that it actually sounded pretty decent. In first place, if you are terrible at process of elimination and you haven't figured it out yet, then it is the Tonor Dynamic Microphone. The reason I gave the Tonor Dynamic Microphone first place is because I felt like it was the nicest to listen to. It sounded the most smooth. And I thought that, honestly, if you were going to start out a podcast or you wanted to get better audio on your YouTube channel, I felt like this was a good option for you. For $20, I would give this microphone an A-. The reason I gave this an A- instead of an A or an A+ is because the build quality. I don't think it's a completely poor build quality, but I just don't like the fact that it's plastic. I have dropped this microphone once before, though, and it didn't hurt it at all. And it was like a big fall. I mean, I'm talking like 6 feet. And it was completely fine. So it makes me a little nervous that it's plastic, but I've also seen it perform fine in bad situations. If you liked one of these microphones more than I liked it, that is completely fine. You are not wrong. We all have different ears. We all have different tastes. We all have different voices. So go with what is going to suit you best. But in my opinion, I thought the Tonor was the winner. Thanks for watching this comparison video of these 3 dynamic microphones. I hope you enjoyed it. I f***ing had fun, but it is hot in here. Once I get these lights in here, dude, oh my gosh, I'm like sweating my dick hole off. It's crazy. So I'm going to end it there with a dick hole joke, I guess. I don't know why, but whatever. You know, to dick holes, I guess. Thanks for watching the Audio Hotline. See you next time.